Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to go over rehydrating a salted hide to go on to the next stage, starting in the pickle bath or acid bath. So what I'll do, I'm going to take this outside. We're going to hit it with the pressure washer, blow all this salt off of it, and it'll start to soften it up on the outside a little bit. And then we're going to put it in this sink with cold water and let it sit in there. I've had them sit in there for up to 8 hours to get it pliable enough where it's super soft to go into the pickle. So that's what we're going to do, and I'll take you outside right now and we'll start the pressure washing process. All right, once we get it outside, we'll go ahead and blow everything off. I'll show you how I do that. All right, now back inside to the sink. Once we get everything pressure washed, all the salt is off of it, go ahead and submerge it in this cold water. And I'm gonna let that sit in here for about an hour, just like this. And I'm going to change the water out because any of that salt that's still kind of in the hide will come out in the water, and we'll drain that off, and that will help it on the next batch of clean water. It'll help it to rehydrate just a little bit faster. So we're going to let this sit for about an hour, and then we'll be back to swap it out and add some stuff in here to help the hide relax a little bit. All right, it's been about 2 hours since I put this other hide in here. You can tell now this hide is really starting to hydrate well. You can also see how nasty that water has gotten. It's gotten all the blood out of the hair, pulling more blood out of the hide. So we're going to go ahead and drain that water out, refill it with fresh water, and let it soak a little bit longer. All right, now that I've got this sink refilled, these hides are back in this fresh clean water, I'm going to add this No Blocks Chemol 4. It's like a hide relaxer, degreaser, cleaner, all in one. And you put in, I think it's 1 to 2 ounces per 5 gallons. I've probably got about 15 gallons of water here, so I'm going to put 5 ounces in here. I got it in this cup right here. Dump it in there. You can get these kind of cups in the paint section at like Lowe's or Home Depot or whatever store you go to. Just kind of mix it in here. This is going to help your hides relax, make them easier to shave, kind of degrease them a little bit. And I like to take this, like the hide side like this, and use it to cover up. It'll kind of push the hides down into the water a little bit so they can soak up better. And then I'll leave these in here for another couple hours and let them really hydrate really well, and then they'll go into the pickle. All right, these hides are done soaking. They got to the point where they're ready to go into the pickle bath now, but you can tell how soft it is compared to when it was when we put it in there. And now they've got a good stretch. You can see the stretch here. Really stretch out. That's what we're looking for. They're nice and soft, no hard spots in them. So they are ready to go into the pickle bath. And that pretty much concludes the rehydration process right there. So, thanks for tuning in, guys. Good morning, guys. Welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to go over how to make a pickle for the pickle bath on these deer hides. So what I like to use, there's just several different pickles you can use. Mackenzie carries one. I think just about all the big brands of taxidermy supply stores have their own stuff. I use Pro One, the liquid safe acid. It's super easy to use. And the instructions on this tell you exactly what you have to do. Per gallon of clean water, it's 1 pound of salt and a half a fluid ounce of this liquid safe acid per gallon. Then you can add some of your degreaser in here, that Chemol 4 if you want to, if you have a greasy hide like bear hides or raccoons and stuff like that. So the salt, got the salt in here already. We'll pour the last little bit in here. Now I like to mix mine up with warm water. It just helps dissolve this salt a little bit easier. So we'll fill this up. Keep mixing that salt up so that salt all dissolves. All that salt to dissolve in here. Now I buy my salt from the local co-op here. It's just a livestock salt. If you go to the store and try to use table salt, which you don't want to use table salt in this, you want to use non-iodized. You don't want to use iodized salt, but you can get a 50-pound bag of salt from your local co-op for like $7 compared to going to the store and buying those little cans for $7. So we use a lot of salt in this step. All right, once you get all that salt dissolved, now I got this liquid safe. Like I said on the instructions, it calls for a half a fluid ounce of liquid safe per gallon. That's 2.5 ounces right here. We'll mix that in there. This is going to get your pH in the mid-1 range. And you can get these pH test kits from Pro One. I like to keep mine at the 1 range. You don't want to get up into the 2s. That means the pH is getting too high. So the way you test it out, just pull your piece off. You dip it in there, and you can see it's perfect on the 1 range. So that's when you know it's good. When you put your hide in here, it's going to raise your pH level. So typically when I start this, I'll actually add just a little bit more liquid safe in there because I know when I put the hide in, it's going to raise that pH level. And when you raise the pH level, the only way to get it back down is you add just a little bit more acid every time of that liquid safe. You don't have to add much. And once you put it in here, once you put your hide in here, you want to mix it for every hour for the first 3 or 4 hours. Keep that hide sitting in there, moving around. And then after about a day or day and a half, it will stabilize. You won't have to worry about that pH level changing so rapidly. But you still want to check this every day. And you'll put your hide in here and let it set in here for 3 days, and then it's ready to shave. And after you shave it, you put it back in here for a minimum of 1 more day. And then after that, it's ready to mount or ready for the tanning process. Put your tan on there. So that's pretty much it. But we've got a hide over here, it's in the pickle. We'll probably pull it out and shave it in another video, but that's pretty much it on the pickle process. If you have any questions, leave something in the comments. Appreciate y'all guys watching. Thanks.